What's going on, guys? I'm tvhm. In this video I'm going to go over a handful of the best early game weapons that can carry you through normal, true vault hunter mode, and all the way up to max level. Now if you want to see more guides, builds, and other shoot and loot related stuff, be sure to subscribe because I plan on covering other games along with Borderlands this year and you won't want to miss anything. With the Steam release of Borderlands 3 and the abundance of free time everyone's getting lately, I thought it would be helpful to make a quick guide on some of the early game legendaries that can carry you through the game as you level, and are pretty easy to obtain. In fact, due to some previous updates, all the rare spawn and hammerlock hunt enemies not only spawn every time, but are also scaled to your level, making them excellent sources of strong gear and experience when grinding your way through the story. So in this video, I made a point to have most of these items come from these rare spawns and hunts because you can always go back and update these items when you seriously start to out-level them. Before we get into the list, they are not in the order of best to worst, rather they are in the order that you will be able to farm them first. So the first weapon is the Hawken. This is a legendary doll SMG that can only come in cryo, but due to its legendary effect, deals cryo during the day and fire damage at night. The Hawken's DPS is extremely high, especially when you get one with burst fire mode, which is actually a higher fire rate than full auto. The Hawken drops from the Demoskagans and the Droughts, who spawn in the area right here behind the tower where you kill Dump Truck. And this is like the second area of the game, so you can get this extremely early and the Demoskagans level up with you, so you can upgrade this gun whenever you want. Hey, a Hawken. Hey, look how fast that is once you get a burst fire one. Next up is the Barrage. This is a legendary doll assault rifle that can come in corrosive, kinetic, and radiation. This rifle always comes in burst and is overall just a super solid weapon. The Barrage drops from the Scrack out in the Ascension Bluff. This is also a super early area in the game, so you can get this pretty quickly during a playthrough. The Scrack also levels up with you, so you can upgrade the Barrage whenever you need to. Now once you get to Promethea, there's a few items you can get pretty easily. One you can get right away. Right after you find Lorelei and she shows you the first Catch-A-Ride station, instead of following her to the right, you can go left and there's a little bandit camp under the bridge. This is where Borman Nate spawns. Borman Nates can drop the Cutsman, which is one of the best SMGs in the game. The Cutsman is a Mallow SMG that fires two bolts that create an elemental beam in between them as they move away from each other. This thing can dish out serious elemental damage and is a staple in a lot of endgame builds. Borman is also a rare spawn, so he should scale with your level, allowing you to upgrade this whenever you need to. The next weapon we have is the Hellshock. This is a Mallow pistol that was recently buffed and is an absolute monster now. It always comes in fire and shock, and when the projectiles hit a surface they switch elements. The only downside to this weapon is that you get it from Gigamind, which means you can't upgrade it as you level. But this thing is super powerful in endgame, so it's a great pickup in true vault hunter mode. The last weapon I'm going to talk about is the hyper-focused XZ41. This is a legendary Hyperion SMG that spawns 2 extra bullets flying out in a T formation after hitting enemies. If the hitboxes are big enough, these bullets can actually spawn inside the enemy, dealing extra damage. This was recently buffed as well and was pretty damn good beforehand, so now it's one of the best SMGs in the game. The hyper-focus is actually pretty proficient at melting bosses too, if you can find that sweet spot, but it can be a little tricky to get that. This can drop from the Power Troopers and Atlas HQ on Promethea. These guys are a Power Rangers reference, so there's 5 of them, so you'll have a pretty decent chance of getting this to drop. They're also a rare spawn, so they'll scale with your level, and they drop other decent items as well, like the Star Helix and the Nova Burner. I hope this short list helps you all out. All these guns come from the first couple hours of the game and are pretty easy farms, so that getting them shouldn't be much of a hassle. Gearbox making all the rare spawns and hunts scale with you is really helpful for leveling, giving you quite a few places to try and level up your character while also getting decent gear to carry you through the later parts of the game. But good luck out there and go blow up some bandits. Now if you enjoyed the video or found it informative, a like rating is super appreciated, and if you are interested in seeing more, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you get notified when I upload. Also, check out my Twitch channel where I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons, and sometimes on the weekends. Link is in the description. If you want to see more build guides, check out the playlist right here, and if you want to see some in-depth guides on certain weapons and items, check out the playlist here on the right. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Damage annoyingly. Unnecessary. Cool 760k.